truck. So I really like this one. It's orange and blue. I think this is a great combo for fall. Not very common, but it's a great combination. Okay. So how are y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing okay? Oh. There we go. Alright. I'm just making sure everything looks good. Yes, yes, yes. There it is. Okay, good deal. Okay, so I did cut these at 30 inches. I really wanted to have the blue and the navy contrast off each other, so we're just going to do ruffles. Hello. Okay, so just pull it out on my mat. 30 inches. There we go. So now we're ready. Thank you. Okay. Y'all, can y'all believe? So, moderator tonight is Casey. Owl is hanging out with her burr. If y'all haven't caught on to that, she's hanging out with Cece. So she flew on a plane today, y'all. She sure did. Okay, so I'm going to open up my ties. I'm doing well. How are you? Okay. We're all going to Sims for the weekend. Well, not for the weekend, but for the show. And then we're going to the retreat. Okay. So, I'm just going to take a blue and an orange, and we're going to do ruffles. Oh, are they Bronco colors? That's cool. Very cool. All right, I'm going to put that over there. Okay. So, I like to take something heavy, put it at the end. We'll make a little crease there. I don't think she's on. I don't think. Hello, Charlie and Sophia. I think that they are hanging out. Okay, so we're just going to take it and place it down. Like that. Spread it out. Isn't this color? This is so pretty. This like royal navy blue color. Well, after work I come home and rest for a little bit. So that's why I make them at 9. So I can rest for a little while after I have made signs and packed kids all day. Okay. Yeah, we packed all of the, let's see, which ones went out? All of the snowman and the boo and the Christmas truck. They're all out and on their way. Okay. Alright, so the snowman swag. So I like to spread them out, let them just spread out against each other like that. Alright, and then we'll put some ribbons in. So I like to do 2 and then put my ribbons in. Alright, so we have, this is my favorite. I love this ribbon. It's orange and the blue and then kind of a cream color. And then I have a blue and white on top. Let's kind of move that down a little. Okay. Is that your wedding colors? The blue, it came from Craig Bachman. Okay, so we're going to tie it on, and then we'll go ahead and cut these off and tuck them under. Yeah, I know we did 3 all at one time. It was a very busy, it's been very busy. Like all weekend, I did all weekend, and then today. There were like, what, 280 kids or something like that total between the three. So, yeah, there we go. Brenda, you're bringing lots of cards, right? That's what Mel said. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So we just put our little heavy down there. Right up the center. These forms are 15 inch. So when you're looking at the wreath forms, if they say 15.24, what that means is when you're done, it's going to be 24 inches. You can buy them at hardworkingmomstore.com. Yay! Tori and I have to wrap the gifts for the fun little game I have planned. I'm getting excited. And Tori's going to bring some stuff up, so y'all will get to meet Tori. Oh, Casey, you'll get to meet Tori. That's kind of cool. Now, if we could just have Z there, we'd be like the full team. All right. So just put them in. And then what I do is I pull them both up and then just let them spread against each other like this. So what that does is, for one, it keeps it from sinking in the middle, because it'll want to do that, especially when you get on top, on the top level. I know. I think I seem to be... Is Sue with you? I think I seem to be into the non-traditional this year. You know what? Just keep making your wreaths and they will get better. You should see what the first ones I made looked like. A lot different than they are now. Okay, so take your... Good night, honey.
Good night, Bella.
You better come give Bella and I a kiss because people get upset. All right. Good night, honey.
Good night.
Okay, give your puppy a kiss. Y'all, poor Bella. When was that, 2 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 days ago, we're sleeping. Well, I was sleeping. My husband was already up working, y'all, because he gets up at the crack of dawn. Bella wakes up screaming and crying. It was awful. She's holding her leg up. And finally got her calmed down. And then about an hour later, same thing. She woke up screaming and crying. She's holding her arm up. So I had to take her. Yeah, that was on Tuesday. I had to take her to the vet. And her vet is out of town. Oh, look, there they are. There's Owl with Cece. Okay, so we took her to the vet. Our vet was out of town, so we had to take her to the emergency vet. We were there a long time. But luckily, nothing was broken. She just has like a sprained leg. And a heart murmur. Didn't even know dogs... I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? I have a heart murmur. She has a heart murmur. My mom has one. Odd. But anyway, she's fine. We're supposed to keep her quiet, which, have you ever tried to keep your dog quiet? It's not really that easy. It's very difficult. Okay. So it's been an adventurous couple of days. Then we had a telehealth visit for my mom, since those are now the thing, to, you know, meet with your doctor on the telehealth thing, which is very different from my mom. Oh, really? Well, good. So she said it probably wasn't anything to worry about, but I wasn't sure. So I'm glad that she's not the only one. Oh no, Tanya, I'm so sorry. You had a heart transplant? Is it going well? Okay. So what they said is just to try to keep her from jumping up and down on furniture and running around, running up and down the stairs, which of course we're upstairs. So just so it'll kind of heal a little bit. So that's what she suggested. And they gave me a prescription for pain meds for her. But so far she hasn't really needed them. And I kind of thought if I gave her pain meds, she might really like run and do stuff she shouldn't be doing. Because she won't hurt then. Right? Hell. So, yeah. So, like, no, she hasn't done that crying stuff. I am so happy for you, Frederica. That's wonderful. Prayers that it continues that way. Okay. That's major stuff right there. Okay. And there I go dropping stuff. Oh, see, there you go. See, Georgia said that her sister had a great life after that. That's wonderful. Very wonderful. And yep, make sure you're a organ donor. I'm an organ donor. Very important. Can't take it with you. It's better to let someone else here have it. Right? Okay. Oh! Yeah, Owl is on vacation. How about that? And she rode on a plane. I know, don't you love the orange mesh with the little tinsel in it? I do too. Yeah, I don't think I was all that thrilled about having to ride in the plane. Me too. Cremated. Exactly. Absolutely. I'm not going to be here. I don't want people going and sitting at some bench. Because I won't be here. So I just keep doing the same thing, just pulling, using my fingers to pull back to my thumbs, and my thumbs create the dam. that's the best way to describe my sinus falling off the front. It sure is, thank you, because you know I would be knocking it off in the floor because that's what I do. Can't seem to help myself. Alright, and then we'll pull it up and let them ruffle against each other. You see how nice it is to have this really good contrast and how these ribbons start to pull it in together? Yes, exactly. It wouldn't be alive if I didn't knock something off of the table. That's right. Alright, so if you're having trouble with your ruffles, make sure to spread your hands out because that's going to make a big difference. And put something heavy on the end. That makes a big difference too. Because then you don't have, it's not doing this little back and forth number, because it will. Okay. Yep, we're on YouTube and Facebook. Okay. Alright, so on the last one, you have to spread both sides. You see how it helps keep it nice and fluffy? So everything pops up. Yep, I am on both tonight. Because sometimes people can see it better on one and sometimes they can see it better on the other. Yep, yep, yep. I have had a broken rib before. It is not pleasant. Not pleasant at all. So try not to laugh too much because that's probably not going to be real pleasant. Okay. So we're going to open the top up. You did! Awesome! Did you put a picture out so we can see it? Y'all, if you have not joined on Facebook, the Hardworking Mom Everyday Craft Dreamers, make sure you join it because then we get to see all the beautiful creations you made. Or if you need help on something, you can post out there and people will, you know, you can say, hey, I don't think this matches or whatever, and people will be happy to help. You can find information about the monthly wreath kits on hardworkingmomstore.com. And yes, I do have a subscription one now. If you've been having trouble getting the wreath kits, you can sign up for the subscription one. And you can cancel it at any time. It's not a, you know, you're not locked into it. It's up to you. And you can cancel it right on my store. It's just to help when people have not been able to get the kits. Oh, it's because I've been making them so long. Yeah. I can do things backwards on the wreaths just because I've been doing it a long time. And I know that it's a little bit easier for y'all to see if I do it that way. I have broken quite a few bones in my life. So, I sympathize. I've broken my arm, my wrist, my ankle. I've torn all the ligament and cartilage out of my knee. I have broken my tailbone, my ribs. So y'all, I am absolutely accident prone if you haven't figured that out yet. Yeah. Your hands can get torn up from the mesh. Okay, on the top, I like to put the 2.5-inch ribbon right in the center where I tie my tie because it gives you more room. You can do it. You can do it, Sandra. Just believe you can. You can do it. You can do it. I think I am clumsier than you, Amanda. I am. Listen, I broke my ankle just walking across the floor at my mother-in-law's several years ago. We were going to Disney. And what did I do? Yep, I broke my ankle. Just plain old walking. So, yep. It's okay. They all healed. Oh no, you fell out of your bed. I fell out of a chair and broke my rib. Yep. I'm also someone who is blessed with grace. Not really. Oh, wonderful. Well, welcome. We're glad that you're on chat with us. Okay. There we go. It wants to hold on. What colors would I use for a fall/Christmas wreath? Oh, I would do black and white because you could, ooh, ow. Because you could do, just change out signs, especially if you had just like some just black and white stuff, because you can get lots of signs that have black and white for both seasons. That's what I would do. Does it remind you of the Broncos? Well, hey, football is back, as my husband has been telling me for days now. I like the colors too. I did get it, Susie, and it will be making its premiere in the studio very soon. I had to get myself another, what did I do with my, oh, I had to get another mesh roller so I could have it over at the studio. Because y'all, I can't go back to throwing it over my table. So, I'm just too used to it now. I have to have it. Yep, and I talked to Melissa today, and I'm going to get myself some new perfect tails. Y'all, she's coming out with some really awesome perfect tails. I'm so excited. She's coming out with some different patterns, and she's going to send me one. I'm so excited. Oh, I get it. She doesn't want to have to change it. Yeah, I would do black and white. I think that's pretty easy to... I take calcium. That's what I take for my bones. I do have the... Yeah, it is. Buy 5 signs, get 6 free. It is on all signs. I just take calcium for right now. I imagine later on they're going to want me to take something else, but yeah, my bones break pretty easily. That sounds like me. I was in, not really heels, more like clogs, and I was walking, and there's like that, they have wood floors, and there's like that little edge thing, and I just stepped on it funny, and my ankle went whoop. And that was that. It didn't even hurt that much. I do take magnesium with the calcium. My calcium has, I think it has magnesium and D in it. Yeah, they told me specifically which one to get, so that's which one I take. I can't remember which one. Is it calcium citrate or? I'd have to look at it. Okay, so you see how it wants to sneak down here in the center? If you pull it up and then you ruffle it against there, then it'll stop doing that. So that's why I like to do that, because I can keep my ruffles nice and fluffy up here and they're not going to sink in. So, yep. I think the mesh roller might have been one of the first major purchases I made for my craft room back when I started a long time ago. One of the best things I bought. Yeah, I take D. And I take calcium. Liquid vitamin D. Fall ribbon. Well, it's probably because I work till almost 7. So don't worry, I will answer you, but it'll probably be tomorrow. I work till 7 trying to get kits out. And then I had to come home and eat dinner and get ready for the live. Some days are just craziness. Just craziness. Me too, right? Don't you love that mesh roller? I do too. Love it, love it. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, D3, that's what I take. I remember when I rolled it on the floor too, and it was not nearly as much fun, and it would get kind of stuck together. Yep, those were the days when I was working in the guest room. That was long before I took over the upstairs family room. And I have enjoyed every minute of it. Oh, that's nice. You know what? My dad is handy, but my husband is not. And my dad can't really use power tools anymore because he's on blood thinners. So, yeah. I probably could, just time is not my factor there. Because I work, take care of my parents, and I homeschool. So, yep, busy beaver. Let's get this one back up here. It's wanting to sneak down there. Okay. There we go. All right. Nope, my hubby is not handy. Y'all, he is a chemical engineer. And he's, how would I describe my husband? He's very introverted, very. And he likes lots of alone time, and he is not really mechanical. He's more like, you know, big brain. That's what I think he is. He's very, very smart. Okay. The mesh came from my supplier, which is Craig Bachman. Where do I get my motivation and energy? Well, I love what I do. That helps a lot. I love my parents, and I love my kids. I had to have in vitro to have my children. So, they are extraordinarily precious to me. Alright, so we got the basic part done. See, look how well those colors work together. Oh, and Amanda, this wreath is your fault because you put that ribbon out there that had the orange and the blue on it, and I was like, I have to do that now. So see, it was your fault. Okay. All right. So this one came with a full roll of the truck. So we are definitely going to do maybe a little drama. I think she just, well, Katie just has a way of, she just likes to do things. So, and she doesn't always measure. She just kind of cuts where she thinks she needs to cut it. That's just Katie. Alright. So I want to do the tails a little bit longer on this one. So let's do like 15 or 16 inches. Okay. So this is the 4-in-1, but this is a patterned ribbon. So what that means is if I twist it and pull it around, then my trucks are going in the opposite direction. I don't like that. So I like to do these by hand. So I just pinch it where I'm going to start my tail. I'll use the pinched part up to the 12, and that is the 6-inch loop. Okay, so then I just take this part and I just stick it in my hand. I'm not twisting. I'm not doing anything special. I just have it kind of pinched in there. So then I'll do the same thing over to the 12. This is kind of like a figure 8. Okay? So you're going to go under here and over here. So under, over, just like a figure 8. I have not put out the ice skate kit, but it did come in yesterday. Okay, so I'm just going to match these two in length. Okay, and then these two. So you see how when we do it by hand, they're all going in the same direction. And I should be zoomed in so y'all can see what I'm doing. Sorry. There we go. And if you end off, if you put it and you end off with this one, it's very easy to just pull them out front. Right, and we'll trim that off. I like to dovetail, so you just fold, cut towards the edge. There we go. Alright. Now let's do this one. No pattern here. So we can just do it. We're just going to do one loop with this, so I can go ahead and do longer tails. Okay, match that. So it's 6 inches on the board, so I can just put it to the 6 inches. All right. I'm going to come back in with the truck again. Do you love bow time? I love bow time too. Okay. Alright, so this time we're not going to do the tails quite as long. We're going to go about 10 inches. Okay. Alright. And we're going to go 5 inches. So we're going to go from the 0 to the 10. So that would be 5 inches. So I've talked about this before. If you want your ribbons to really show, if you will start to stair step them up, then you will be able to see the ribbons behind it a lot easier. Okay, so we measured 10. We got our 5-inch loops. Okay, so see how we go over on this side, or under on this side, and over on this side. Make sure those match. And we'll just drop it down in the bow maker. And I will tell you, don't feel bad about using bow makers because you're learning to make a bow even if it doesn't seem like you are. You are. Your hands are learning to make a bow. Okay, cut up towards the wire. And yep, these are wired. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now let's do a loop of this. Alright, so we can go longer with this. So 5-inch here. Okay. 5-inch there. There we go. I cut that too long, but it's okay. We'll curl them up anyways. Alright, then I love the blue truck ribbon too, right? It's pretty. Okay. So we're going to put this one in and we're just going to make it smaller. So maybe about 4 inches. So it'll just be kind of our center bow. If you want to have just that one little loop, I know a lot of people like the one little loop. All you have to do is just do half a side like this. See that? And then just pull it out, trim it off, and you're going to end up with that little center loop. So not hard at all to make. Oh, happy birthday, Marion! Let's wish Marion a happy birthday. Okay, so we're going to run our little zip tie underneath it. All we have to do is get it started, pull it out. When we're done with that, and you can see where the little indentation is. You just want to pull it around. Hold your bow while you do that. See, this is where our center loop is going to be. And you can adjust it if you want to, if it's bigger than you wanted, if it's not big enough. Okay. Pull out a zip tie. Whoop, that's a zip tie tied together. Okay. So, just run it through the back. There. Now, before I'm completely done, I'm going to kind of put my tails where I want them, like that. Put my loops where I want them. And then we'll tighten it. Then we're going to fluff. Okay. There we go. Alright. So I like to keep this on while I'm fluffing. I'll just hold the whole thing and I'll start fluffing. So twist and fluff out. That twisting helps get it out of that center. There we go. always start from the bottom and go to the top. There we go. All right, now we're gonna run our hands under all this ribbon. Then we're gonna put it on. Then we'll put it on the wreath. And then we'll do our sign. Okay. There we go. All right. So we could do the bow at the bottom, because we've kind of been stuck on doing side to side lately. I feel like we've been stuck on that. So maybe we should do bottom and then do our sign at the top. So we could do that. See, if you do it at the top, then you have problems with all these tails running into it. But if you do it at the bottom, then you really don't have that problem. Okay. This bow is just what I call a drama bow. It's a 2-1, 2-1-1 bow. What that means? That means 2 loops, 1 loop, 2 loops, 1 loop, 1 loop. So, I call it drama if it has really long tails. What kind of mesh did you use on your wreath that had a lot of fraying? Okay. So we're going to just tie it. Okay, so I don't know if I've told y'all this before. I'm sure I have, but if you want your bow to kind of sink into so be level with your wreath, you're going to tie it where your ties are. If you want it to really pop up, then you tie it over where the 2 mesh meet in the middle. I'm actually going to tie it where the tie is. Yeah, I don't do it at the bottom very often, but sometimes when I'm doing a bow that has a lot of length in it, a lot of length for the tails, I will. Here, let's spread these 2 this way. I will do it at the bottom. So that way there's a lot more room. Or on the sides. The sides is good as well. Alright, so I'm just going to refluff a little bit. There we go. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. I like drama, but only with my bows. Exactly. I love it. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. Okay, so if you bought basic mesh, I'm going to tell you the best thing to do is to either do the woodland ruffle, or you can do just tuck it under at the edges, and that really helps a lot. When you put a bow on the bottom, it seems to fall forward. Okay, so it sounds like maybe you're not tying it tight enough, and once you put it in, pull it back like this and make sure it's seated in the right place. Oh, I'm sorry, dog. Okay. Alright, so I cut 4 26 gauge wire for my sign. I like the silver because it just kind of blends in better. No drama, mama, except the bows. Exactly. Yes, yes. That's it. Okay, so I just used my hole punch. And then I thread it through. Somehow I twisted that wire. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we got one. I don't really know very many people that do like drama. Oh, that is so not true. Thank you for thinking my wreaths are the bomb, but yes, you will. Yes, you will. You just keep trying. You just keep making them, and you will get awesome. I promise. And they're probably a lot better than you think. Everybody has that imposter person in the background saying, that's not good. But it is. It is. It is. All right. So I'm going to take my wire. I'm going to sneak in between the mesh and run it under the frame. Same one here. Then I will tie them together underneath. Some live, well, that's true. Some live for drama. You're right. This is true. This is true. What's sold out? Nope, you do not have to belong to a group to attend one of my retreats. No, you sure don't. My next one is going to be in March. I haven't picked the exact date yet because I have to look at my school calendar. But I'm thinking it may be in Tennessee. I was thinking Tennessee has some good places, good airports and stuff. Yeah, this retreat is sold out, but I'll have another. I'll have more. When COVID's over, I'm going to have some stuff at my office, my warehouse. Oh, you're going to do great, Karen. You're going to do great. You're going to do great. Yeah, unfortunately, it sold out really fast. This one is at Myrtle Beach. Okay. All right. I tried really hard to get my mom to go, but she was like, nope. She wasn't coming. She just doesn't want us to see her in her bathing suit. Okay. All done. So see, you can see the sign really well. You can see the bow. We've got our dramas down there. It's nice and big. Awesome. Does anybody have any questions? I always have to kind of redo my tails a little bit just to make sure nothing got squished while I was working on it. I know. She loves you, Casey. Maybe you could talk her into it. All right. What do I use as a hanger? So if I'm going to put a hanger on the back to send it out, I use rustic wire. Sometimes it's called rustic wire. Sometimes it's called antique wire. And what it is it's a thicker gauge wire. And it's just covered in like twine. You can get it at you can get it on Amazon. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, and it looks like this. So it's real thick. And then what I do is I just make a little hook, and in the back, I will run it through and then just run it around the base, and just make a nice little hook, like this. See it? Thank you. Can you have the bow? Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to bring one of those placemats to show you. I don't think I have any, do I? I don't think I have any of the placemats. I'll have to make myself a note so I can bring one of the placemats to show you how to cover the back. I will. I'll do it on the next one, I promise. I'll make myself a note. Casey, can you send me a text so I'll remember? All right. Well, I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you. And how much would I sell something like this for? So, I personally would sell this probably for about $85, but if you're not sure about prices, I have a video on how to do prices, and there's a free calculator with it. So go look for that video. It's here on YouTube. Oh, wonderful. Gilda, why don't you email me? Because if you don't have to stay there, we might have an extra spot. It's Lori, L-O-R-I, at hardworkingmom.com. So email me and we'll talk about it. Okay? All right. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. And, oh, Peggy, I'm not leaving till Friday morning. So, I mean Wednesday. I said Friday. Wednesday. I'm leaving Wednesday. Yeah. All right. I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys later.